Welcome to today's top stories. We're diving into Swiggy's massive IPO and other major headlines you need to know. That's right, folks. The food delivery giant is finally taking the plunge into the stock market, and it's making waves. We'll break down what this means for Swiggy, for investors, and maybe even for the price of your next biryani order. But first, buckle up because we've got a lot of ground to cover. From Adani's airport empire to SEBI's financial scrutiny, we're serving up a buffet of news with a side of witty commentary. You won't want to miss this.
So, Swiggy's going public. After years of speculation and enough late-night delivery orders to feed a small nation, the company has finally filed its draft red herring prospectus. This document, my friends, is not exactly light reading. It's basically the company's autobiography, detailing everything from its humble beginnings to its grand ambitions for world domination, or at least domination of the food delivery market. But don't worry, we've sifted through the jargon and legalese to bring you the 7 key takeaways. We're talking about their projected growth, their biggest challenges, and of course, how much money they're hoping to raise.
Speaking of big spenders, let's talk about Gautam Adani. The man clearly has a thing for infrastructure because he just keeps buying up airports like they're going out of style. This time it's 3 more airports being added to his collection thanks to a cool 2,800 crore rupee deal with the Airports Authority of India. Now you might be thinking, isn't that a lot of money for some runways and departure lounges? And you wouldn't be wrong, but for Adani, it's all part of a bigger plan to become the undisputed king of Indian aviation.
In a move that has surprised absolutely no one, the Public Accounts Committee has decided to take a closer look at SEBI's finances. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Indian bureaucracy, this is a pretty big deal. It's basically like your parents finally deciding to audit your allowance after years of you claiming that your pet hamster needs expensive diamond-encrusted chew toys. The committee wants to know everything about SEBI's spending habits, its investment strategies, and whether it's been using investor funds to buy those little chocolates they leave on your pillow in fancy hotels.
Hold on to your hats, finance folks, because the Securities and Exchange Board of India is cracking down on merchant bankers. That's right, over 100 of these financial gatekeepers could lose their licenses if they don't shape up. Now I know what you're thinking. What on earth is a merchant banker, and why should I care if they lose their license? Well, let me tell you, these guys play a crucial role in the whole IPO process. They're the ones who help companies like Swiggy go public, and they're supposed to make sure everything is on the up and up.
In a heartwarming display of regional cooperation, India has once again delivered a shipment of diesel fuel to Bangladesh. This time, it's the Numaligarh refinery in Assam stepping up to the plate, sending a much-needed energy boost to its neighbor. Now, this isn't just a one-off act of kindness. It's part of a larger agreement between the two countries to strengthen ties and promote economic growth. And honestly, in today's world, we could all use a little more of that cross-border camaraderie.
Accenture, the global consulting giant, has been on a roll lately with its stock price soaring to new heights. But here's the question. Is this good news or bad news for the Indian IT sector? On the one hand, Accenture's success could be seen as a positive sign for the industry as a whole. After all, they're a major player in the global outsourcing market, and their growth could trickle down to Indian IT firms. On the other hand, there's a growing concern that Accenture's dominance could come at the expense of its Indian counterparts. And finally, in a sign that perhaps not all is well in paradise, India's divorce rates have reached an all-time high. Now, I'm not here to judge anyone's personal choices. Love is messy, relationships are hard, and sometimes things just don't work out. But these rising divorce rates do raise some interesting questions about the changing dynamics of Indian society. That's all for today. We've covered everything from IPOs to airports to the delicate balance of international relations. And hey, we even managed to squeeze in a little bit of relationship advice along the way. Remember, folks, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, but hopefully we've given you a little something to chew on today. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest news.